Deuce, what up?
Wes, you already
Hey,
know
look,
what it is.
man, listen. Y'all already know who y'all rocking with. This is Damu Kiwe Conversations. We're live in effect with Deuce M's, Yael, the whole Clubhouse team family. You got Bo Money, Shay News, Big Taz, Hot Girl, Tree, Messy Marv, uh, a whole plethora of people on the stage. We got Usual Johnson, Vendetta TV, Simply Talking, LA Los Angeles Scandalous, and a whole plethora of people in the goo and on stage. Listen, if you finna smoke and listen to this dope ass podcast today, make sure you rolling up your top shelf with top shelf wraps, and they are called United Color Wraps. We got berry, cherry, grape, original, uh, you name it, we got it. Salute to Big U and Unique Music for the sponsor. We go live on a Unique app, the music app, where you can distribute your music for free, and a whole plethora of rooms on there, a whole plethora of artists you can network with. You guys are tuned in live in effect with Damu Kiwe Conversations. And
Yeah.
one more thing,
Oh, go
salute to Main Star Deuce for the super chat. We didn't forget about you. I need you to DM Deuce Sims on Active Chucks on Instagram. DM my brother. He's going to give you some free merch for that. Again, salute to Main Star 2 for the super chat of $9.99. Bro, we highly appreciate you for the support and the love. Keep supporting, keep sharing, keep liking, keep tuning in to Damu Kiwe Conversations. Salute.
Hey, that's a fact, man. And you know, if y'all come in, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on YouTube. If you on Clubhouse, share the room. You know what I'm saying? We don't fake bicky around here, my nigga. I don't know
That
if you
part.
niggas just think y'all gonna hang out and fake bicky. We don't do fake bicking it, my nigga. Or kicking it if you a keyway. You know what I'm saying? Share the room. We gonna really build today positively. We got a nice presentation for y'all, man, to really get motherfuckers' minds started and get into this content as soon as more people get in there. Money Grip, salute to you out in the chat. JG, salute to you on Clubhouse. I guess they didn't see you. But on another note, man, today the title and the subject that we doing is We Are the Revolution. Damu and Kiwe Conversations. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Deuce. I really don't. I really don't think people really understand the in-depthness behind what you're saying right now. Like, if when you listen to Pac, and not just Pac, let me just take it back a little further. When you go back to the Black Panthers, the Huey P. Newtons, the Malcolm X's, and those who stood for our people, not in a disrespectful manner of just segregating from everybody, but we needed to fix things within our own community before we even tried unity with other individuals, because our community was the ones that was diluted with such toxified information and division. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look back and you look at these leaders that tried to do that, and they were either martyrs or they were either jailed or murdered. We fast forward to 2024 where the door is open and all of this is on the floor right now. And now you got Damu and Kiwe Conversations. You had rappers before us like Pac. You had another rap. You had a few rappers, but him being that one in our generation who was scream out thug life. Didn't matter if you was blood or cuz, as long as you had love for thugs, that meant something. That stood for something, because at the end of the day, we all one shade of brown, dark brown, mocha, dark, light. We all one people. You know what I'm saying? And what you're saying right now, and I don't think people understand, being in 2024 with so many different rival gang members, so many differences, hoods beefing over women, money, he say, she say, gossip. This is very powerful.
Dick and pussy bullshit.
It's powerful that you got two brothers, the Damu and the Kiwe, from different, cities, but at the same time, from the same type of walk of life when it comes to the gang culture, coming together to unify and to strive for perfection and seeking that and pursuing that to get better within our communities and our youth, and cats who just want to change even if they older OGs. You know what I'm saying? And this is just powerful, bro. I don't think people really understand that. So I hope you guys understand today's room is about that. It's about elevating, connecting, and bringing things together, man. Salute, Deuce.
Hey, well, that's exactly what I want to get into, right? I started Active Chuck's Entertainment. You always see the red Chuck, you see the blue Chuck, because
Right.
I realized that through music, it became like a neutral zone. You know, in LA, it's real territorial, whatever, where you can see a dude like Dub C who's claiming he's a Crip, he for 111 neighborhood Crip, and
Right.
a brother like Mac 10 for Queen Street Bloods getting money together. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I don't know about other communities. Every hood is different. But in my communities, we beef with any Crips. It wasn't just them dudes right there. We seen you and you was out of pocket. 9 times out of 10, you're going to catch a fade. If you do get a pass, you wasn't out of dress code. You know what I'm saying? And you was far, far away. You know what I'm saying? That we never had got into it with in our generation.
Right.
But when I came with Active Chucks, that was what I envisioned. And Damu Kiwe Conversation is an extension of that, but it's so much more. When you say Damu Swahili meaning blood, you say Kiwe Swahili meaning blood, that's an attachment to the language that
Kiwe.
derives
You said
motherland.
Kiwe meaning blood. That's them.
No, Kiwe meaning crip. Well, that's what I said.
Yeah, you said blood.
Oh, damn, my bad.
Salute to the Damus, though, man. You know we're here for you.
Hey, don't start that shit, Bomani and Spider Lope. Shout out to most East. Salute, East Side.
Salute. You know we're gonna sharpen each other up, bro.
Yeah,
You know, iron
call
sharpen
me
iron.
on it. Listen, exactly. Shout out to Hoover Stomp. I see you in the chat on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's another brother I stood with when we was in jail. We worked out, had the machine in motion, militant minded, and some another race try to push up on the little homies about their wine smelling and all that. We took a position and we stood on it against all odds, like y'all ain't dictating nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So salute to Hoover Stomp forever.
Salute Hoover Stomp. Salute.
But and it wasn't just me and him. When it's the blacks involved, it's everybody against us, bro. They mesmerized by our culture. I'm talking about internationally. Fuck just one minority group or just here in the United States. They got Tupac murals in our culture in Europe and Africa and everywhere. Our influence, the biggest influence in the world is hip hop culture. And we don't own that. You know what I'm saying? We're not in control of the record labels and the distribution. Shout out uniquemusic.com. Y'all all go make sure y'all register over there because you can get distribution through Unique Music on that platform, on all platforms. And it's gonna be a nice platform to network with a lot of people in the industry. You can gambling games, gift prizes, and chat like Facebook. Anybody who follow you, you'll be able to follow them if they make posts or whatever on the app. And on top of that, just like Clubhouse, you'll be able to start what they call a group, which on Clubhouse will be a room and host from there. But it's not just a PTR, you video chat. So this is one step on what Clubhouse was doing, and we're going to be migrating over there, man, because the opportunities is endless over there. And on top of that, we want to practice social economics and get our own platform. Stop. We can't keep complaining about Facebook and YouTube giving us strikes and taking down our posts. Get your own independent.
Man, facts, bro. Hell yeah. I'm tired of this shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Every time we put out some dope content, you got a hater and a dick supporter out here just striking us and working together. These dudes working together against us. So it's like being on that platform, we ain't got to worry about that. We ain't got to worry about nobody striking us and telling us take down the content. We don't have to worry about none of that over there at Unique Music through that app, bro. So I'm looking forward to transitioning over there, using that app, building up the platform, and I'm hoping to see everybody on that app, man.
And you will be monetized as far as incentivized prices and merch and status on the app, where you'll get more close relationship with the people that run the app, who will also enable and help you to do promotion for whatever you got going on. You could be a small business owner, just started a ice cream truck, whatever you got going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to be doing over there. But back to the topic at hand, economic independence. We definitely getting into that today. But I think that y'all don't really understand that we've been under attack since we got to these lands. And I'm not just talking about physically, because that's all that a lot of y'all see. I mean, legislatively, with the laws that they make, the war on gangs target who? The mostly minorities, melanated people. The war on drugs target who? Mostly melanated people. Before that, COINTELPRO in the 60s, right? In fact, the police started as slave catchers, which they had required by law. Every citizen in the 13 original colonies had to participate in being a slave catcher a certain amount of hours, or they would get a fine. You
That's
understand
deep.
what I'm saying? They forced. So
the KKK and the police department. Talk about
that goes into deeper after that. But even back then, you talk about our education system. How that Rockefeller said he doesn't want an educated population. He wants workers. And that's what the education system today in the United States provides you. Obviously, mathematics and the sciences that you take through the curriculum up to the 12th grade, but they don't teach you financial literacy. They don't teach you how to become an entrepreneur or even to have that spirit. In fact, most of us that go entrepreneurial route and have that gene in us and the spark to create something new, right? Our family, our friends won't even get behind you. Boy, you better get a job.
Man, they'll tell you get a job fast and say, fuck your dreams and your aspirations.
But it ain't even nothing personal, bro. This is what they've been taught to think. This is the norm. This is what's accepted. So when you come with something that's anything different, it's unacceptable in their mind because they got that one track mind.
They feel like you going against the program because they already programmed.
I'm glad you said that. Going against the program. Who programmed? You talking about the laws of this land? Y'all believe in the laws of the United States government?
Hell no.
Jim Crow was legal in the United States. Slavery was legal in the United States. Killing of a slave was legal in the United States. The graping of a slave was legal in the United States. So what kind of moral compass is y'all adhering to, man? Y'all mind has been colonized and subjected to a submissive position, and you motherfuckers is comfortable.
True.
You got Damus and Kiwes in 41 states, several different countries. And is we rocking our flags right? Is we rocking our rags right? We gonna get into this content, man. Y'all hit that like button on the way y'all in. We here to ruffle some feathers. We ain't here to be friends with no motherfucking body.
Damu Kiwe Conversations.
Let's get into this real quick.
Man,
go ahead.
And I was gonna say real quick, salute to the whole YouTube chat. We never forget about you. Got Andy Terrell, Mongo Slide, Money Grip, VP Tree, Big Cat. We got LA Shot Caller. We got Eyes. We got Bird. Who else? I can't say that brother name, man. It's RDL. We got Stat Gang Hundo, Shay News. We got a plethora of people. Salute to y'all. Make sure y'all is liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, and always share it. This is Damu Kiwe Conversations.
So when y'all hear Damu Kiwe Conversations, y'all can see the podcast. Y'all can see a little unity on a micro level. You know what I'm saying? Just a little. You got East Coast is on the floor right now. You got Damu's from Swan on the floor with East Coast. Shout out Football, Hot Girl, Tree. You know what I'm saying? But these people then put that aside, the histories lost on both sides, being considered worst enemies on the streets, and they're building positively and constructive, networking, respectful. The same way that these same Damus and Kiwes do on that 180 yard. How do I know? I just left for 180, 2019. I paroled, New Delano.
Speak on it.
And when you on that yard as a Damu, the Kiwes get into it with any other race, it's gonna be a black thing.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not just gonna be the white boys or the Mexicans, gonna be the Aryan Brotherhood, Nazi lowriders, skinheads, the Serenos, depending on where you at and how they ride. And the Norteños might ride with the Serenos nowadays against the black.
Right? Speak on it. Speak on it.
You got others that might be Damus and Kiwes on the streets, and then when they get to the pen, they ride others on this yard. They might sit on the side where the Bloods and Crips at. You go to another yard, the others might be sitting on the side where the essays at and the white boys at. We have no allies. But you know what's crazy? That's a lesson learned. You can't depend on nobody else to love you and respect you and to ride with you. We got to ride for ourselves. Now, we finna get into this. About a month ago, I interviewed the Triple OG homie Catnip, man. He got 300 years in prison. Here's a clip I want to start off with, man, when you talk about this Damu and Kiwe shit, the LA Brims, as well as the Gladiators, as well as a lot of other tribes within South Central Los Angeles, Compton and Watts. It pre-existed the founding of the Crips and the Bloods. You understand what I'm saying? So listen to this real quick. Let's run that back. Make sure y'all heard that. So the question I posed to the big homie was, when you joined the LA Brims, what made you join the LA Brims? What was your intent? He liked the unity, and he liked the fact that we protected our community. You know what I'm saying? This is you talking about 1969, 1968, 1970. That's what we was on. You couldn't jump another black. You got down with your hands. That's how you earned your reputation. That's how you earned your name. Right? You couldn't rob other blacks. That just wasn't acceptable.
You get down to them original politics.
So exactly. So when you say from the beginning, when you join these organizations, what the original and main purpose is to protect your community. Now, how many of you hardcore ass, extra out ass gangbangers can say that y'all protecting y'all community today? How many of y'all?
Shit, not too many.
So is y'all really rocking y'all flag the right way? Y'all rocking y'all rags the right way? Hell no. And you know what? I got something to show. Y'all niggas ain't as G as y'all claim, man. Y'all be quick to do something to a motherfucker that look like y'all, but when it comes to focusing on these real issues, we got to put a mirror in front of our face and see how short we showing up. We doing a disservice to our community, bro. And I'm not just talking about to the active gangbangers, all of the lining homies up, snitching on homies, all of this weird shit that been getting exposed on the internet, because a lot of the shit is real. Snoopy bad. It's a whole bunch of them that really told. That's not acceptable within our community. Fuck the gang. That wasn't acceptable by the disciples when Judas did that to Jesus.
They tend to forget that. You know, they try to use another moral compass to say, oh, it was justified. If it was so justified, how come he killed himself at the end? Because he knew he did an unrighteous act. He knew he did it. And then when you read other books of the Bible, it tells you even in depth, he wasn't just sacrificed for that. He was murdered. That dude got set up by a friend that he thought was a friend. That dude wasn't a friend. He was a greedy, low-life coward. They wasn't called snitches in the Bible. They was called cowards, bro. And that's what that man was. He was a coward.
He thought once they came to get Jesus was going to do something of miracle powers. And they was going to get away. And when Jesus didn't do the miracle powers, I think he felt fucked up.
Nah, I think that.
The masses, my nigga, niggas be wanting Barabbas, my nigga.
Well, I think that the sin was in his intentions. Hold on. We getting sidetracked, right?
But I'm just saying, if Judas walked around with Jesus and watched him do all these miracles, my logic tells me Judas thought when they came to pull up on Jesus was going to do some miracle shit and whack their ass.
Nah, I don't think that. I
didn't say you think that. I said that's what I think.
Okay. But but we gonna get into this content right here. Let me make sure y'all can see this shit. Cause this right here, show me y'all ain't rocking y'all motherfucking flags right, man. Neither am I. But it ain't never too late. Motherfuckers gotta stand up. Liberation Station Bookstore in Riley's. Running from racism. Riley's first black-owned children's bookstore, Liberation Station, closing due to death threats and white supremacy. In 2024, this was yesterday, homie. If y'all can see it right now, Yael, can you see it on the screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Look what it say down here. Sorry, we are closed. North Carolina's first black-owned children's bookstore. Protect your neighborhood. Ain't that what the G homie said? When we was young, we used to be burdened with patrolling the hood. Well, it wasn't a burden to me. That I knew that came with strikes, and that's how you catch motherfuckers, and that's what I was on. But it was our responsibility.
In that article, did they say why they closed the bookstore down?
Yeah, due to threats, white supremacists, bro.
Okay.
So it's about a 1,000 motherfucking bloods that I know from just the set, Brims, in North Carolina. What's up with y'all out there? That's cool. I mean, your kids can't even get an education. They want the bookstores closed.
I ain't know nothing about that until I seen it earlier. That ain't it though. You know, I'm staying for that.
Exactly.
North Carolina, so
And that's Riley. How far is Riley from you, Taz?
It's like an hour.
About an hour out. But don't think I'm zeroing in on no.
Feel safe to go pick up the literature, my nigga. That shit crazy, bro. A bookstore.
Bro, do you remember
that shows you how important knowledge is, bro? You know
well, now it shows. This is what it really shows, right? That's a fact. Well, this is the coldest part, right? at a point in this country's history, it was against the law for us to read. You could get killed for knowing how to read if you was melanated in this country. So here we go again with retaliation, intimidation, and terrorist threats because our kids are supposed to stay in a place, the place that the ruling elite and even their poor white trash feels is at the bottom in the boot of their people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to believe me. This is historically proven. Obviously, you're going to have some people that don't feel like that, but I guarantee you that they comfortable with the system the way it is. And shout out to all of the allies that ain't.
The test was documented.
Yeah. So we're going to get into this next thing, man. Cold game. We definitely got to get our flag on. Y'all remember this? Let me see. Y'all can't see on Clubhouse. Let me make sure that they can see on let me make sure they can see this on YouTube, man. Damn. Buffalo shooting suspect said he carried out attack for the future of the white race. Federal complaint says. Peyton Gendron on Thursday made his initial appearance in court on federal hate crime charges. He was read his rights and requested a court-appointed attorney. Y'all see those bullet holes? Those is real. If any of y'all seen the viral video on the black market when he hopped out his car and it was about a 60-something-year-old black lady who could have been somebody's grandmother, that could have been my mother, coming out just regular, holding her groceries, and he jumped out with a chopstick and blew her head off because she was black. Ran inside the store shooting anybody who wasn't white. In fact, there was a worker there who was hiding under the counter. He pointed the gun at him. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, brother." Because he wanted to make it clear he didn't intend to kill nobody white. So now he said he carried out his attack for the future of the white race. I'm quite sure y'all done all heard of replacement theory and a lot of these things that a lot of white America believe. We're not just talking about the system that has been attacking us with the laws I said, the war on drugs, the war on gangs. We're not just talking about that. We talking about actual populations of people who still believe our place is at the bottom of the hill of them, economically, figuratively, and literally. This is just where it's supposed to be. You don't deserve an education. This time, he's letting them know you don't even deserve life. And the reason is, I understand something that most of y'all don't understand. They always say they fear black people. You motherfucking right. You know why they fear us? It's called self-preservation. If I'm not even a full black man, right?
I sent you a video, Deuce, on this subject to the group chat.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. I'm not even a full-blooded black man, but I'm 100% black in my heart and been through too many riots to be representing anything else. But for being black. But this is the craziest shit. If I had sex with a pure Caucasian woman today, it would take 17 generations of those seeds mating with nothing but white people before that baby wouldn't be considered melanated or black. Black ain't even a real race. It's a social construct. But for easy purposes, we'll say black, right? 17 generations. Then you have the Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, hardworking people, Mexicans, hardworking people. If you got money, females are looking for financial stability, relationship stability. You already positioned to take care of your household and your family, any woman. So you're going to find a lot of suitors that might not necessarily be in your race. That's 17 more generations of bleeding that out. Eventually, right now, whites are the minority in this country. And it's only going to continue to grow as we continue to make. Why you think they want birth control? Why you think they want abortions? And target market is directly the low-income people at the bottom of the economic pyramid, namely melanated people. Why you think that? Because at the rate that is going right now, not only as a collective would white people be a minority with all of the other so-called minorities or people of hue, right? Humans, not only would them together be, the Latino population is growing at a fast rate, and there's more immigrants coming across the border every day. By the hundreds and thousands. So this is why this white supremacist and a lot of white supremacists that believe likewise to what he believes felt he was doing that for his race, the preservation of his race. Don't never underestimate somebody who feel that they're in survival mode. He's not just thinking for himself and his position. He's thinking about his species. We're different species than them people, bro. Fact. We got hue melanin, which we don't have to worry about too much about getting skin cancer. It does happen. It does happen. But you got some motherfuckers black as this motherfucking champagne bottle. You know what I'm saying? That be at the highest points in Africa that ain't never worried about skin cancer. But don't think that dude was an isolated situation. The FBI and Homeland Security said that the biggest threat to the security of the United States today is white supremacy, bro. The replacement theory. They're taking our place. Make America great again. Make America great again. Well, what was so great about America then? Well, when was America ever great for us as a collective? America itself has been great, one of the richest countries in history, but they got their riches by kidnapping, rape, robbery, colonization, genocide. They took it. But let me go run up in the bank and take that to take care of my family. I'm gonna be in prison for 10 more years. Well, I get a double up. That'll be 20. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention, man. And that's something that Yael went out. He'll be coming back. Let me see. All right, there you go. You back with us?
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, man. Just hearing everything you saying, man, is just, whoo, man, my blood boils. It boils, man, because it's like when you look at the timeline of elevation and innovation when it comes to the melanated people, it's like everything and everything that's used, I want to say at least 70-80% of the things that's used in the world has been created by us. Our identity, our innovation, our creation, the way we just do things, just how naturally we are when it comes to talent, when it comes to music, when it comes to, you know, building up structures, just everything, bro. And it's just so sad our people can't see because what what our oppressors have done to us, the same ones who taught us our understanding is the ones who give us the understanding when it comes to the legal system, when it comes to the curriculum system, when it comes to just anything. Our understanding comes from them. And it's hard for us to understand how great of a people we are because they preach this integration instead of separation. And when you hear that, you hear like, oh, separation is a bad thing. No, because even Malcolm X said it. We should be separated and focus on ourselves. He tried to get Dr. King to do it, but they got to him before it happened. And it's just sad that this timeline of evolution of how we've been built, how we built this country up, yet we have no understanding on that together as a people, we're the most effective, the most everything. When I say everything, you name it, give it a title. Great leaders, defenders, athletes. We're the greatest everything at everything. And I have to say that. I don't believe
the list go on. You know what
and
I'm saying?
I say all that to say this, man. What Damu and Kiwe Conversations is building, I don't think people really understand that you have to be selected and you have to be like-minded. You can't be one foot in, one foot out. We can't have different views on stuff. You have to be like-minded for the train to go. Because if one is saying this and one is saying that, we're going to keep playing tug of war. Me personally, I cannot deal with individuals who are not like-minded of myself. That's even biblical. It tells you to be like-minded. So I apply that to my life when it comes to the moral compass that I have and the people that I deal with. I cannot and will not compromise my understanding and my moral compass because you feel this cat snitch and it wasn't for these. I can't do it. Or it's okay to hang out with these dudes even though they foul because they get money, or it's okay that they rape women and be a pedophile. I cannot do it. It's okay to steal ideas and steal and backstab your partner and bear false witness on. All of this stuff is equivalent into why our people is at a destruction because of the things that were introduced to us, because of the things that were taught to us, and we still have that mindset today. So being at Damu Kiwe Conversations is another startup of something that happened generations before us, but just in a different name. Bro, you got to be like-minded dealing with this team. You have to be, because we
Let's get
can't
a
work
reset.
together.
Let's get a reset and we go get into this content.
Man, y'all sitting in Damu Kiwe Conversations. We got Deuce M's, Yael, Messy Marv, Bomani, Tree, Big Taz, Hot Girl, Spider, the most eastiest, Vendetta TV, Usual Johnson, Scanners Los Angeles. This is Damu Kiwe Conversations. Make sure you ping up, share the room, follow all the mods.
And I know y'all used to the rowdy, turned up shit. Yeah, that's in us, but that should show you the importance of the topics that we speaking on. Everything can't be for play, especially when we talking about our community, the people within our community being victimized. Y'all remember George Floyd protests, right? The George Floyd protests were a series of police brutality demonstrations and riots that began in Minneapolis in the United States on May 26, 2020. This ain't even been 4 years, bro. It ain't even been 4 years. The civil unrest and protests began as part of an international reaction to the murder of George Floyd. This is the range that these topics and our influence has. Who started the protest peacefully and violently? Our community. We led the right for human rights. Fuck civil rights. Everybody in this country are enjoying women. Every woman in this world is living off of the work that our ancestors put in to solidify them the right to vote. Every melanated person solidified them a right to vote. And even deeper, the Panthers, obviously y'all know how big Malcolm and Martin was, but the Panthers were so organized and they had such a following, they wanted independence for everybody. It wasn't just civil rights for blacks. In fact, when the Latino brothers wanted to join the Black Panther Party, they told them, no, if we're seeking independence, why would we have you join a black liberation army or movement? We're going to train y'all and teach y'all how y'all can stand up for y'all own independence. So they had influence on them. AIM, American Indian Movement, their community. And them boys was shooting it out with the police out on the reservations in South Dakota and Montana and all kind of shit. Like, it's a lot of people, not just black people. We had advocates, some people that was willing to shed blood for human rights. Fuck civil rights. But yeah, y'all act like this ain't even been but 3.5 years ago. Knelt on Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. I know a lot of y'all probably be like, that's just in passing. It's just the norm, right? That's how y'all look at it. Y'all numb, and that's how sick this shit is with us. We like lamb.
She got her buns out.
Oh yeah, that's Facebook. You know, they on Facebook selling it. This shit is
oh man, bro.
Something else. But
They banging on Deuce. Y'all gonna keep banging on Deuce while he talking? Cause I'm gonna get on the homies for you, Deuce.
Hey, go ahead and regulate that for me, Britt.
Salute. We got Brick in the building. Salute.
Yeah, salute, Brick, baby.
Oh, he served himself today.
Oh yeah. Hey, we was yeah.
Hey, when you get a chance, bro, I want you to lift that new era of Detroit, right?
New what? Uh-huh.
So everything you was just on here talking about, man. That, you know, when they come to this Damu Kiwe shit, I wanted this shit to expand out to Detroit because like, these niggas is really making moves. They doing a lot of shit. Like they doing a lot of shit, man, for the community for sure. And it was what I was a part of before I ended up moving to Texas. But just look them up and see what their activity is, man, so you can understand like everything is already.
Not Gov.
I think I seen that movement you be talking about. The brothers that be pushing up their line on the store owners and all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I seen that too.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we can link that together, man, and put something together in these different spots. Because like you was talking about that's going on, the shit that's going on out in Raleigh, like that ain't nothing, man. I call Zeke, tell Zeke, hey homie, this what's going on, and I bet you we put something together and head out there. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm with that. Full-fledged with that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. But it just that cause right there that they were talking about with the George Floyd protest was holding police accountable. To have the decency, these people that get paid off of our taxpayer dollars, right? We get extorted for taxes to pay their wages. They come into our communities, not of our communities. Disrespect you in front of your wife. You're supposed to be the father and a strong leader of your family. And they come at you demeaningly to tear you down and make you feel as if you don't have any rights. How many times every one of y'all in y'all life, how many times, I guarantee y'all can't count, the police pulled you over, you ran a stop sign. You seen them behind. Why would you run the stop sign when you just seen the niggas busting at you going the other way? You know they coming. Why you gonna run the stop sign? But they use that as justification to illegally search your car. Another right that we fought for, but in our inner city communities across the United States, it's a gray area. people like Kamala Harris allowed that to be the norm in California when she was the U.S. Attorney General. See, I don't want to get into politics because I ain't with Trump, I ain't with Biden, I ain't with none of them. None of them represent our interests, bro. If they represented our interests, Kamala Harris, I could show you an article, said that to end qualified immunity would be exactly what it would take to stop the police from that being the norm. Supreme Court Justice Scalia, a Republican, said the same thing. Even the House nigga, what's his name? On the Supreme Court? Clarence Thomas said the same thing. And even Sotomayor, who's a Democrat out of New York on the Supreme Court. You got to run for something being juice. Fuck all that. Nah, fuck all that. We ain't even gonna ask no more. We gonna get to that. We finna, just like we patrolled our communities when we was in the hood, we finna set up something that's legal. It's called militias. You know what I'm saying? That sound like they finna shoot us out the water, bro. Well, nah. You have a right by the Constitution to form as a militia, bro. Even not you now. Me and you, me and you, we out. We can't play that part. We got to come in on different roads.
Okay, even participate.
Yeah, but
hold on. You can. Hold on. You can, because if you do the right paperwork or whatever, we was the indigenous people as the Moors. So if you file up under that and put your militia together, it don't matter if you're a felon or not. You can bear arms and all that. You just gotta go through the right step. Nigga need to relearn that.
Yeah, I need to get with you on that, Brick Baby.
I just, I ain't Muslim, so I've been straddling the fence, but I really ain't nothing for real. But I grew up in a church house, so I know it in and out. I just studied Shabbat, got all the little shit. When you pull up, I'll show you. It ain't nothing we do over the phone, but I can show you. So, you can still claim your nationality. You can still claim your nationality. You don't have to be Muslim to do that, though, Britt. Yeah, you can ask Pops. I was debating with him for like 2 weeks at once, because I know the Grand Consulate and all that. I know the people who we don't have a Grand Consulate court on the West Coast at all. That we could sue them for that, period. We don't have what the Indians have, because even when I put y'all down with it, it might go over too many people's heads.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I gotta keep my energy.
No, you're talking about right.
We know you on point with it, because if you look at it like the shit that went down in South Carolina, when all that shit went on in South Carolina a couple years back, the black militia that got that linked together and mobbed the streets, most of them niggas was colors. So they did some shit with some shit called second chance and stuff like that. But you can't do it though. It can be done. You gonna go through the money, but it can be done for sure. And in Texas, after 5 years, after you get on parole in 5 years, you can get 5 years. I'm not telling you to move to Texas and get an ID, but
right.
If you do, it comes with perks.
Well, a matter of fact, after what happened with you, hold on 1 second. After what happened with you, I reconsider. We ain't taking no gun carrying advice from your ass. Yeah.
Hold on, listen. That's good. Listen to this. I'm telling you, I ain't been off parole in 5 years, and I never went through with the other shit. But
right.
I'm telling you, listen. My cousin drive through LA with them tags that ain't been updated in like 7 years, bro. They can't pull him over. He got all this paperwork. When they do pull him over,
you talk about the sovereign citizen, right?
This is a private. This is like a private business getting ran on our land. Like they signed.
That's exactly what it is.
Treaty to run the U.S. The USA and U.S. is two different things.
USA Inc. is different. United States, right?
Different things.
Right. So
they got what they got to start the 13 colonies was something written up between the indigenous people that was here. That means that us, the Moors and everybody that was here, and the Indians gave them permission to play ball on our land. So we don't play ball like that. The only way that we even play ball is if we can't go to jail for nothing but injuring another American citizen.
Right.
You can't rob or injure American citizen. Anything else, if we ain't touching nobody up under their private shit, then we can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't be adjudicated in their courts.
Right. Well, let's get to this last thing, because I was talking about how we ain't rocking our flags and our rags right. So this is out in Florida. DeSantis, right? Let me pull this up for the people. So DeSantis has, let me read this shit. DeSantis is defending new slavery teachings. Civil rights leaders see a pattern of policy violence. So let's get to this shit real quick, right? This is what we up against while we on here worried about CS2 back, Charleston White, distracted. That's what they here for, to distract us from what's really going on. Tallahassee, Florida. Civil rights activists cheered when Ron DeSantis pardoned 4 black men wrongfully convicted of rape as one of his first actions as Florida's governor. But 4 years later, as DeSantis eyes the presidency, their hope that the Republican will be an ally on racial justice has long faded. Instead, African-American leaders decry what they call a pattern of policy violence against people of color imposed by the DeSantis administration that reached a low point after the recent release of an anti-woke, in quotations, public school curriculum on Black history. Specifically, Florida's teachers are now required to instruct middle school students that enslaved people develop skills which, in some instances, could be applied for their personal benefit.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wow.
What you say, y'all?
Nigga, that's crazy. That's scary and it's crazy, bro. So they basically trying to say like, oh, it's okay that you was a slave. Just you got life. You got life.
No, it was a trade. We was teaching them a trade. It was some type of college, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they against this.
I mean, if they got away with it then, what's gonna get you do realize in Kansas right now, they passing a thing which would make it legal for slavery on the state level in Kansas, right? Don't believe me, go research it. If we accepting that in any place, bro, if injustice survives in any and has solitude and security in any place, then justice is forever defeated, bro. Because it's gonna be normalized, just like the police harassing us, disrespecting us, killing nigga. Oh man, that nigga probably was wrong, or he was, you know, they look at us like criminals already. That was designed through the media throughout the years, right? To criminalize black people, as rapists and criminals, specifically to fund the prison industrial complex, but also to beget the prejudice that is. I just seen a video this morning, and the Kansas City football player crashed the Lamborghini on the freeway, and they hop out and they leave it.
They run it with.
they hop out and leave it there.
Right, so, right.
The white dude, he said, "Hey, are you guys okay?" And they just keep walking, they ignore him or whatever. Mind you, this dude played for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a millionaire, right? So this is on the freeway. If I crash my shit on the middle of the freeway, I might be dizzy. I might not be thinking right. I might be thinking I'm finna get out of here before I get hit again, because that happened to the homie. You get hit by one car, and then other cars don't see what's going on. They flying on the freeway, and then you get hit by another one. Ain't no telling what his intentions was, but then you hear the guy, oh, they probably stole it anyway. Those prejudices been passed on systematically from father to son, mother to daughter about black people since it was first embedded into them through the media. So
you know how impractical it is to believe that a Ferrari is stolen.
A Lambo. Oh, it was a Ferrari or was it a Lambo?
Either or, bro. It's just not a common concept.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, and this morning, a Caucasian, he definitely wasn't an advocate. He jumped on my post and said, "Why are you trying to make this about race?" I said,
Wow.
"Make it about race. That's really indicative of your character. That you would."
That's what indicated that it was most likely a stolen car to you, bro. That's what indicated.
But he arguing, but he didn't even get it. But he ain't supposed to get it. He's been privileged for all of his life to never know those realities of how it feels to be prejudiced, to how it feels to be oppressed, afflicted, held down. So this is now they taking the school system and just like we went for the Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus discovered America in our schools, bro. Send our kids to them. This is when they're most susceptible to learn anything that they're going to take in the future with them. 5 years old, our kids is in the school learning that Christopher Columbus discovered America, and we went for that. So why wouldn't we go for, hey, listen, the slaves all learned to trade. So it benefited them from that angle. A trade to continue to work for free? What the fuck is we talking about, bro? Huh?
What they gonna do with all the old movies that don't indicate they was learning no trade? Like they was picking cotton all day, getting their ass whooped. That was a trade?
Well, no, I think that by that time they already been perverted and their minds been corrupted with this reality because they learned it in school.
So those old historically based films are gonna become fiction.
That's what they're gonna have to push while they're in school.
I mean, because you can't push a narrative without debunking one and creating another one. So if you saying that
just
making
us aware, there's a lot of content to the contrary already out there.
No,
right.
Definitely. But they said specifically to middle school that they're required to.
I feel you.
Right.
I feel you.
So by them having that, they're embedding their mind. Well, brainwashing, fucking embedding. They brainwashing them with lies and deception and deceit because they never been held accountable for white supremacy, for enslavement, for kidnapping, for rape, for robbery, none of that, bro. So they're gonna keep holding on to the lie. That's like you caught cheating on your wife, and nah, baby, it wasn't me. You ain't held me accountable. It wasn't me. To continue to escape that accountability, man. But yeah, that was definitely another illustration of how our people are under attack, not just physically, as we've seen with George Floyd, not just educational, and obviously the criminal justice system targets us. The judicial system targets us. Laws specifically targeting our communities. But let's get to this real quick, right? Yeah, you with me?
Damu Kiwe Conversations.
Nigga, that's all I wanted to hear. You find me. Shout out Crip Mac, man.
Free the homie. Like bud.
Give back, fight the community. Share the screen so they can see this. Then even within our own community. Y'all remember this? How many of y'all old enough to remember who Latasha Harlins is?
Damn. Nigga taking it back.
I remember the orange juice. Yeah, got shot in the back of the head
Yeah.
But do Sims,
What up with it?
I was just gonna tell you, beloved, you speaking some real grand truth, right?
Yeah.
But if we gonna really be able to implement, action to all of this, we gotta take full accountability. You made a point earlier. You said, they talking about making America great again. When was it ever great for us? It's always been great for everybody, but that's not synonymous with good. And we have to start listening to the words we're using and understand it's a lot of wordplay going on. When it was good for us, beloved, is when we're communicating with one another and we got a nervous system developed. When we're caring about one another so we can start putting together our own coalitions, our own council, our own military. And that's only going to come, we can't do shit. We have no power without economics. We know that. So that's why we need cooperative economics, so that although we may all have different views, different, practices of faith, different gangs in the community, whatever, we still have a full understanding and have a unified voice. Like the Jewish community, they have a unified voice. And that's why with their 1%, they're able to exercise so much. We're programmed in a sense where if 10 of us right now go into a building to have a meeting, somebody gonna step on somebody's Louis Vuitton or Christian Dior shoe. Somebody gonna say somebody, looked at them weird. Some bullshit is gonna stop us from what we came there to accomplish. And that's why we're distracted. That's why we're so impulsively sensitive, emotional off of bullshit. And we waste a lot of time on it, things that aren't relevant. So to be able to do anything in this country, it comes down to economics. Economics allow you to get in doors and rooms that a lot of us can't get into. And we have to stop making so many excuses on the racial aspect. We already know what it is. But in war, you have to use strategy and tactics. And that takes a mental game. So those of us that could stay clear mentally, off the controlled substance, off the alcohol, off the super lower extremity talk. Niggas act like they never had no pussy or no sex before. It's the wildest shit I've ever seen in my life. We too distracted with too many different things, and we've assassinated leadership. That's why there's no respect. That's why any nigga will say anything off his tongue to get some attention. It's about clout chasing now. And then a nigga talks so much, damn, I gotta actually do what I said I was gonna do. So that's what we have to get to, getting our economics together, our strategy, our tactics.
Well, we definitely finna get into that. We ain't got to that part yet, but it's three different things: economics alone, and economic independence alone. Because you can have economics. We got economics now. You talking about $1.7 trillion our people gross every year just in the United States. That's more than most economies in the world, bro. Our
It's
people
not cooperative though. We go straight to Rodeo and everywhere else.
But
we won't spend with each other. That's the problem.
Not
So
on.
we have to
You
understand,
right
yeah,
about that.
We got 1.7 trillion coming through our hands. See, if we realize what Martin Luther King died from, it wasn't from him having a dream. Brothers and sisters need to go listen to his last speech. He spent a lot of time in the White House, and that's what he understood. All these motherfuckers is playing me. Okay, let me tell my people how we can hurt them. And it was economically. And once he spoke on that, that's when they chipped him.
Well,
Facts.
well, listen. Shout out to Tanya Karen G in the what you call it. She says, "Stop allowing them to minimize slavery." I don't even care how they feel about slavery because I'm not looking at them for no reparations. Don't believe they're gonna give us reparations, and I'm not looking for a handout. What we looking for is financial independence, education independence, and be able to protect our community. At the beginning of this whole thing, I played the G Homie talking about why we joined these tribes. Eddie Abdul Aziz is never going to work unless brothers and sisters change their own condition, true, way of thinking, true, come to realization what they represented was more harm than good to the community. False. So I'm gonna link him to Eddie Boy. That's Eddie Boy. Oh, that's Eddie Boy. What Eddie Boy, I totally disagree with you. I understand your position, especially now knowing that that's you, right? Your first two parts, I totally agree with you. We do have to change our own condition, our way of thinking. That's the only way that change comes. The name of this room today, we are the revolution, which is the base term that's of change, bro. Change is the base term of revolution. So you're definitely right about the way we think, and but as far as what they represented was more harm than good to the community, I agree, was. But just the same way that I represented myself when I was 15, 16, I don't represent myself today. And I also understand the power of numbers. You understand what I'm saying? The brother came in here, shout out to the Kush boy. The brother came in here and he just was talking about have the Jews having a collective voice and us needing to have unity in a collective voice. See, when you get caught 3 people on the street in LA, they used to call that a gang. 3 youngsters could be that's a gang. They'll stop and pull you over. The same thing during the slave days. They always wanted to stop the communication and unification of groups of people because that's powerful. Damu Kiwe Conversation right now. You got Deuce Sims, you got Yael. I'm not disrespecting no Crips. In fact, if you come up on here and you was a Crip, I'm going to respect you because I'm going to demand that exact same respect. And I don't care where you from. I deal with men at this point in my life. I'm not a gang banger. So obviously, the gang banger was wrong, or else I would have never changed the way that I thought and wouldn't have evolved into just being still part of as a gang member. You think the dudes 20, 30 years ago, Deuce Sims on some black revolutionary shit, that don't fuck with him, man. Them shells is real cold at night, man. That's what it's always gonna be. So I agree to disagree with you on that last note. And anybody else want to build on that last note about what they represented was more harm than good to the community? It was. But what it was don't necessarily mean what it got to be today. And
Correct.
we have proof of that right now.
I'll expound on it just because of, like I said, people make their name off a lot of negativity. Nigga make his name off sliding, nigga make his name off politicking and squabbling, whatever. And it's like that same energy we was putting into these wars, into these oaths that we was giving the community, not knowing why the hoods was beefing with other hoods, but we just took on that beef or took on that situation. That's the same mindset you got to have when you understanding, when you come up out of that and you talking to people that don't really understand that. That's what we're doing. That same mindset that we had when we was taking on beefs and not even understanding why the beef was going on. We jumped gun ho for it. Now it's the same. Now you got to take that same enthusiasm and
Hold on
go
one
toward.
second, Spider. Yael still talking. Hold up. Go ahead.
You got to take that same enthusiasm and focus on fixing those situations on top of correcting and directing the youth and people who are of age that want to be corrected and directed. Also, putting it towards situations and putting it towards directions like this. Bettering our people, coming together, fixing the old so it can be new. All of these type of things are important. So, yeah, man, I'm 100% with it. I'm one that wasn't, holding my flag to that standard of, protecting the community on that level, but I'm ready to do it now. You get what I'm saying? So,
salute. What
salute.
You were saying, Spider Lope?
I think our culture also festers a lot of idle time hanging out where we're just not productive. Outside of the violence, we just spend a lot of time doing a whole lot of nothing.
Hey, be with the kicks. Well, that's slow. Latinos and blacks are the same people. That's where y'all get stuff messed up and why we would never win. We don't know our history. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the same people. I beg to differ. And specifically, you got black people that are some melanated people are our worst enemy. What they say, all skin folks ain't kin folks. And then you even more so than that, a lot of them that got over here and embedded with that Spaniard speaking that language and identified themselves as Caucasians. So what are we talking about here? Be with the kicks.
But dudes, that
Yeah.
he got a miss. He got and you know, though I identify as an Israelite, right? He got that Israelite mentality where the camps.
I can't hear you, y'all. Oh, he done lost what you call it. Oh, he's talking about from a biblical standpoint that we all from God. Yeah, but tell that to some of the brothers in LA right now. I can show you they wouldn't treat me like we was the same people in prison or in the streets of South Central LA. So you could go argue that with them. Yeah. See how many of them identify as being the same people with us. It's not.
That's Hebrew Israelite ideology.
Bro, and I understand what he's talking about.
Nigga, it don't matter if you're a Hebrew Israelite, whatever religion, nigga. It's all fucked up, nigga. No, but they believe that, a lot of them believe that the Hispanic and the black are the same people spoken of.
Just different tribes. I think they like, right. So I definitely get that, but you tell that to them South Siders that's clicked up with the Aryan Brotherhoods in the penitentiary.
Right.
Go argue that with them.
There's definitely a difference that separates us.
And the second thing is, you like we said, independence. We not dependent on nobody. If they become advocates and show that by standing with us on what we doing and support what we doing, we're not saying that we against that or nothing. But what we saying is we not counting on none of that. What they say, you can't help nobody or do nothing for nobody else till you first clean up house. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get anybody else before we move on? All right, bet. So we gonna get into this. We talked about Latasha Harlins, rest in peace to Latasha. You know what I'm saying? And then I know a lot of y'all is millennials and shit. Yael ain't with us. Hopefully he'll be coming back. He was driving. So what we gonna do is share a screen. And I just want to show you how history is repetitive, right? It's taking a long time to load. Oh, there it go. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see.
This was a managed,
but it's still not hitting play. and then it's still stuck. Yael, is you in on Clubhouse? Well, we're gonna give a reset while this thing is still roaming. I guess they don't want us to show these visions. Brutally beating Rodney King after stop. Let's look at if y'all are there any other what?
Dudes, can you hear me?
Yes.
They call it Lakeview Terrace, but it actually happened in Pacoima.
You want to speak on that?
Pacoima side, but they want to say it was Lakeview Terrace, but it was actually Pacoima. Is that North Hollywood Police? No, what here?
Hey, Mess, you want to speak on that?
And I heard Rambo throwing me under the bus.
Right.
Just giving them a little history on that police station with Powell and Coon and Smith and all them the same ones. And they used to harass us. Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
so we knew them personally.
We different tribes. We not from Africa. We the real Indians. Let me get this straight, right? Because this is a major problem. Everybody point to the Crip and Blood violence as being our major issue that keeps it divided. It does keep us divided. That's why we got Damu Kiwe Conversation, Active Chucks, and all kind of other intervention workers within Los Angeles and across the United States that go out and train in public safety and all kind of other things. We're working on it. Got to still do more. Let's get away from the street gang shit. Another separation is the way that you identify yourself, bro. A lot of people, they have, what was the Willie Lynch? Keep the light skin fighting against the dark skin. Keep the women separated and fighting against the man, right? Keep the old and the young divide in between them. Bro, the way that you self-identify is different. You can assume that I'm not well studied and the indigenous people here and the indigenous people in Africa, and you do that for separation. Oh, we're the real Indians or indigenous or aboriginal, however you say. Good, I believe it. I do believe that melanated people were the first people on this continent. But what I also understand is, you say y'all the true Indians. India was part of Ethiopia. It was Ethiopia East, which is in the motherland. So if you're claiming ties to and that you're the Indians are from India. And they were with Ethiopia. So, I mean, if you want to continue to divide, that's on you. Don't allow religious beliefs and try to force those on other people. How you identify, because somebody else might identify themselves as something different. And now you got a separation on that level. We just was fighting against the Crip and Blood separation, and we working towards building bridges through those lines, right? And it's a constant work. Now we're going to come with a religious-based fact and argument. We don't need to get into that. We talking about the exact same struggle. You think that those people that was protesting in Europe that's melanated give a fuck about you identifying, you don't commiserate or support those people or recognize them as your people? Well, you should, even though they're melanated in there in Europe. Or the people in Africa that was protesting when George Floyd got killed. Wherever they at, melanated people, the Dalit Panthers in India. Why are you talking about your Indians? The untouchables. since we're you so wise and we ain't really well learned or studied none of this stuff. I continue my studies on that, bro, daily. So just humble yourself a little bit on that point, and that's the last thing we want to argue about, because you're building more separation when we're trying to build bridges. Identify however you say. Fuck it, I'm an alien. I ain't from this planet. They got people men identifying as women in this country. Women identifying as men. So
Confused.
You can identify however you choose to, right? But if you're not in support of building a bridge and unifying with these people without a religious hierarchy, bro. Without a religious hierarchy. Because everybody's not going to believe or identify with the same nationality or religion as you. That was another way they keep people divided. I'm not
Damu
religious.
Kiwe Conversations.
We guide people, God's children, through our blood, our ability to create thought, manifest our own reality. All of that power and those capabilities is within us all. If you're that, then support us. But if not, hey, what they say, the lamb shall hearken to the voice of the shepherd. Then you getting sidetracked by some more distractions. But
I identify as LeBron James. I'm a millionaire.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
But if you don't know your history, your future will repeat the same mistakes, bro. You see it in Florida with the laws they changing on the schooling of our children. So what we gonna do? Stand down? Nah. Stop complaining about what the fuck laws they're gonna teach our kids, and get our own online curriculum and school our children from home. They want to teach our kids that they could go in the bathroom with boys who feel like they're girls or feel like they're mermaids, or whatever they is. Then they can let them do that. Let them confuse those kids. A kid cannot make a decision to smoke a cigarette until he's 18, some places 21, or to drink liquor until they 21. But you're going to allow an elementary school kid that say he feels like a woman enter the restroom with other I'm not going to continue to complain about that. If I choose not to do that, we need to build our own infrastructure with scholars, teachers. Where my brother at? Is he in here today? He ain't. Brother Talmid ain't in here. He'll be up in here later on. We already got 2 teachers that's agreed in principle to help start the basis for that. Our own curriculum. We ain't complaining about nothing. Everything we do, true liberty is independence. Well, we're not dependent upon this country for nothing. You think your enemy gonna teach you how to be better than them? I'm talking about historically. This country has been our enemy. We wasn't never Americans. We wasn't even considered human. So do you think your enemy's gonna teach you how to compete and be better than them? Hell no. So we need to teach our kids how to compete and be better than us. And that's the school curriculum. Teaching financial, obviously, the regular academics that's already taught grades 1 through 12, but without all of the Christopher Columbus discovered America bullshit. That fake patriotic embedding our kids with fake sense of patriotism. Teaching financial literacy, social economics, STEM research, law, technology, and coding. If anybody out there is serious about and understanding the necessity of that, and you're in the education field, hit me up at Active Chucks on Instagram in my DM, and we would love to build with you and put you with the other 2 people that we already got committed. And one stone at a time. It might take us 40 years to finish the curriculum. Might take us 2. Who knows? Depends on what it depends on what comes to the table, what resources are made available. How can we get those resources? But it's going to be online. Our kids go through it. We try to get some corporate sponsorships to keep them. Some people might be gifted in music, understanding intellectual property. These are the things that our kids need to be equipped with, the tools they need to go to war and go to battle in corporate America and abroad. We're not just talking about doing business here. We're talking about international trade, international business. Thinking about that, the resources available in other countries, some of the third world countries that have, they're poor, their governments is in shambles, but they have water, they have fruits, vegetables, coffee, and commodities that you could get at the low because of the foreign exchange rate and a whole bunch of other things, and dump like we used to be dumping birds and middlemen and birds and shit in our neighborhood. Different commodity, same type of hustle. We need our own black banks. We got one, BYFC. They just merged with another organization, and they're going to have the first black-owned stock exchange. Big cat, salute, and Coden. Yeah, I said Coden. I thought I said Coden.
Damu Kiwe Conversations.
And that'll be an education wing with people who in that field, they specialize on that. Financial literacy, those is the business. Shout out Tree. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go follow Tree Tips on YouTube. Sister for South Central Los Angeles, doctorate in or master's in business. Financial literacy. These are the things we need to be equipping our children with to compete. And in the meantime and in between time, since they're going to continue to do us like they did Rodney King and those before him, disrespect us within our communities, the first thing my big homie said was, when it started, we were supposed to protect our people in our community. That's Suwu business. And can we say that's what we doing? Hell no. If you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat the same mistakes. They targeted the Panthers, watered down the leadership. The black organizations that were remnants that started up off of that. My big homie, rest in peace to the big homie Nuke the Duke. He was a Panther. He was at the round tables with the Brims and the Crips. You know what I'm saying? He told me they was targeted even after that. They getting grants from people who they believe are councilmen and politicians, but come to find out it was the FBI. And they were getting them to separate. Hey, you don't need Terry Godot and them dudes over there at Harvard. You over here in the 30s, you start your own Brims. Now it's Fruittown Brim. When I first started coming up, and I don't want to stay on the gang shit, but my experience was little to no until I was about 15, and I started going up to Harvard Park regularly with the other Brims. We functioned with the 20s, the Blackstones, but that separation was built up by essentially another COINTELPRO on the leadership from the beginning of these street tribes, street organizations, or whatever you call them. Intentionally, you knock off the head, the body fall, bro. What you got to say on that, y'all?
Man,
You said a lot, man. You expounded a lot, and all I can do is as a listener and as a student of elevating my mind and sharpening the tools of my understanding to agree to that. You know what I'm saying? I agree to it 100%. Willing to invest my time, my energy, my my knowledge into helping the youth and people that just want to detour from that whole psychological mind construct of what we've been taught from past times, from falsehoods to indoctrinations, from all of that stuff, bro. And it makes sense. We got teachers, we got people, men of wisdom that are in the room, that come from experiences, that come from this background that we come from, that want to change, that want to evolve and elevate. So all I could do is be a supporter, a student, a learner, a teacher, all in one, and be part of this machine, whether it be a leg, whether it be a backbone, whether it be an ear, an eye, a nose, a mouth, a part of the brain to make this thing move forward. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Right.
with it.
Hey, Bomani, you got something for us, bro? Bomani.
Yo, what it is?
What it is, man. Salute, King. You got something for us tonight?
Salute, Bomani.
Yeah.
Salute. Yeah, cause you talking about how Damu Kiwe is a representative of like togetherness. You know what I'm saying? John, you drunk as a motherfucker.
Nah, he good.
Oh, okay. I'm sleepy. I'm laying down though. Okay. You're working his ass off. Man. But yeah, so I had got this little thing out the book, but I'm gonna kind of read it. Then shit, we kind of like talk about it as soon as I'm done. But I'm gonna read it real fast.
All right, what book are you reading out of?
It's a book, Blood in My Eye.
Rest in peace to George Jackson. Let's go.
Okay, I say that the legendary figure is also a hero. George Jackson was my hero. He set a standard for prisoners, political prisoners, for people. He showed the love, the strength, the revolutionary fervor that's characteristic of any soldier for the people. He inspired prisoners whom I later encountered to put his ideas to practice, and so his spirit became a living thing. Today I say that although George's body has fallen, his spirit goes on because his ideas live. And we will see that these ideas stay alive because they'll be manifested in our bodies and in these young Panthers' bodies who are our children. So it's a true saying that there will be revolution from one generation to the next. This was George's legacy. He will go on. He will go on into immorality because we believe that the people will win. We know the people will win as they advance generation upon generation. Hello?
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Shout out RDL. He said, I love books. Yeah, me too. I wish I had more time to continue my reading. I love that almost as much as sex. But nah, bro. I thank you for reading us that excerpt. The key word he said was that revolution is going to continue for every generation, bro. For every generation. What happened is they done whipped most of these sheep into submission, bro. They don't got no fight in them. Even if you're not a gang member, fuck gang member. I'm talking about standing up as a man to defend and protect your family, bro. That lady in Buffalo, where I just read that article, where he was doing it for his race, bro, that could have been your grandmama or my mama. Fuck some gang shit. Motherfuckers is cowards, bro. Like how you don't, and then you expect a woman to respect you? Put yourself in her shoes, and you seeing this going, why you think they gonna say niggas ain't shit? Nigga, y'all ain't gonna stand on that. We just talked about the Watts riot, the 92 riots. We talked about the Minnesota riots, the Detroit riot. Tear this motherfucker up. I guarantee you, if I did something to your mama, y'all blow my motherfucking head off. Man. Y'all do something to your sister, you gonna blow his motherfucking head off.
Facts.
Yeah. But when it comes to standing up to Master, y'all good with that. Y'all cool on that. Y'all want to divert. No, it's the gangs. It's the gangs. You do understand that more millions upon millions of more people have died at the hand of Christianity than any gang war the United States have seen put together.
They don't want to speak on that.
Y'all not saying Christianity is the reason. and salute to all the Christians that's the way to make you become the best you. I don't down no religion, but facts is facts. We gonna keep it a buck. We don't do nothing. Ain't no fake bicking it and trying to lie to sound cool or be your friend. And they're not the only religion, though. I just use that as an example. And it's some real good people that come from that religious sector with good intention. But there was also a lot of priests in Catholic Church who were in partnership in the Atlantic slave trade. It was a lot of them that were part of the Crusades that murdered not only people, religiously persecuted people in Europe when they was kicking them up out of the Iberian Peninsula. The Crusades.
Speak on it.
You talking about millions upon millions of people killed because of that. Y'all don't hold them accountable. Anything that has to do with white supremacy, y'all cower away from confronting. Fuck all that nice shit. We ain't cool with this system. We want to change this system, revolutionize this system. So we gonna tear this motherfucker down until we on top of the motherfucking pyramid, nigga. What's up?
Damu Kiwe Conversations.
Yeah, we finna go out, man. Anything you want to say before we go? I ain't even ate my dinner, bro. It's already 11 o'clock. I ain't never supposed to eat this late.
I just want to say, man, salute to all the brothers and sisters from YouTube in the chat. Salute to all my brothers and sisters in the chat on Clubhouse right now. Listen, I want everybody to understand this, man. We are trying to move as a machine, as one. And if you understand this assignment of what we're putting out, sign up for it. Let's build, let's talk, let's criticalize, let's think, let's brainstorm, let's put our heads together. Because when two is in agreement, the Most High is in the midst of it. So let's do that. Stay diligent, stay woke. Make sure that you support United Color Raps. Make sure if you're going to roll up and smoke up, you do it responsibly and do it with some top shelf raps. Salute to Big U and Unique Music again. Salute to Damu Kiwe Conversations and everybody in the chat, everybody in the room. Like, comment, subscribe. Salute.
Man, I wanted to end it right now so I could go eat, but I can't end it without saying this. To all my Damus and Kiwes, Vice Lords, Stones, folks, Moes, salute to all of y'all, man. Understand y'all power and the powers of numbers and understand the power of y'all structure, man. We just read an excerpt from George Jackson. When in the 70s, that's who ran the penitentiary. George Jackson and them. The late 70s, the BGFs and them came about. But that structure coming from the Black Panthers passed on through prison systems to the Damus, whether you're talking about 212s or UBNs, a lot of them got the same get down passed on from them. That structure was written like it was studies, bro. The Art of War, Sun Tzu, bro, their literature specifically focused on guerrilla warfare tactics. Understand your power. In that United States versus Iraq war, bro, the Iraqis were doing drive-bys on U.S. service members. Where drive-bys started from? The first drive-by started in South Central Los Angeles, bro. A guerrilla tactic in war. So there's a lot of things and traits that we had coming from our backgrounds that could be essential in helping continue a structure without all of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So when we speak millions upon millions, hit your Bremen, that gangster shit, the culture, Spider Load, Beautiful World, Yael. You talking about millions upon millions of people. That's the music, our clothes, the way we wear our haircuts, our braids, our graffiti artwork. Our culture is invaluable. And as long as we control our culture and we're able to monetize it abroad, that's going to generate more and more money and a bigger voice. Wake up, man. This summer is almost here. Every year in South Central Los Angeles, Compton, Watts, Long Beach, Inglewood. Y'all know what a cold summer mean in LA. I challenge y'all to rock y'all flags right. Rock y'all rags left. And work towards talk and build dialogue with your homies in your hood about what do they feel about a ceasefire for 90 days this summer in Los Angeles, LA County, amongst the Bloods and the Crips and Crip on Crip. And we asking now, but believe me when I tell you, in the future, we ain't gonna do no asking. It's a new change coming around. And motherfuckers is ready and prepared to stand on it. We ain't there yet, though. So now we want to get that dialogue going within all of the communities in Los Angeles for this summer. Talk about a 90-day ceasefire for the whole summer. Let's demonstrate, man. Suwu business. Shout out to all my Kiwes, Damu Kiwe Conversations. We out.
Salute.